Lee Minho, Minho, in 2025 The Untold Story. What's next for K-drama's ultimate heartthrob? Is he secretly married? How much is he really worth? What does his luxurious lifestyle look like in 2025? From jaw-dropping real estate to high-end supercars, Lee Minho's life is nothing short of a real-life K-drama, but there's more than meets the eye. Join Red Carpet Revealed as we take you inside the world of Lee Minho, his family, career milestones, love life, and the insane wealth that keeps fans buzzing. Buckle up, because what we're about to uncover will leave you speechless. Lee Minho, the name that has dominated the Korean entertainment industry for over a decade. With a career spanning blockbuster dramas, lucrative endorsements, and a lifestyle that screams power and luxury, fans worldwide are always eager to know, what's next? In 2025, the Hallyu megastar has reached new heights of fame and fortune. But behind the glamour, there are secrets, shocking turns, and unexpected revelations that could change everything we thought we knew about him. Let's dive into the incredible world of Lee Minho's life in 2025, his relationships, skyrocketing net worth, luxury assets, and the hidden stories that will leave you stunned. Lee Minho's wealth has skyrocketed in the past few years, cementing him as one of the richest Korean celebrities of all time. With multiple income streams from acting, brand deals, real estate, and secret business ventures, his estimated net worth in 2025 is a jaw-dropping $150 million USD, a number that puts him among the elite global stars. Despite fewer acting projects, Lee Minho commands an unprecedented $1.5 million per episode, making him one of the highest-paid actors in Asia. His latest drama, rumored to be a sci-fi action thriller, has already shattered pre-release sales records. Global brands fight for his face. And in 2025, he remains the global ambassador for Louis Vuitton, Samsung, and Ferrari, bringing in an estimated $50 million annually from endorsements alone. Many don't realize that Lee Minho isn't just a superstar, he's a silent business tycoon. He owns a 15% stake in a rapidly growing South Korean tech startup valued at $2 billion. His real estate empire spans across Seoul, Los Angeles, and London with properties worth over $70 million. And rumors suggest he has recently purchased a private island off the coast of Thailand, an acquisition that has stunned even his closest friends. For years, fans have speculated about Lee Minho's romantic relationships. But 2025 brings shocking new rumors that have set the internet on fire. Despite countless dating rumors linking him to top actresses, recent leaks suggest that Lee Minho has been in a long-term secret relationship. Sources claim he has been spotted multiple times in Paris with an unidentified woman, fueling speculation that he might already be married, or at least engaged. A viral paparazzi photo from January 2025 shows him holding hands with a woman wearing a diamond ring estimated at $3 million. Some insiders claim wedding preparations are quietly underway in Seoul, with an exclusive guest list of only 50 attendees. Others believe he is set to make a major announcement during an upcoming fan meeting. If true, this revelation would shock millions of fans and possibly change the course of his career forever. Lee Minho lives a life most can only dream of. In 2025, his taste for luxury, speed, and exclusivity has reached a whole new level. A self-proclaimed car enthusiast, Lee Minho has expanded his garage with some of the rarest vehicles on the planet. His 2025 collection includes a Ferrari LaFerrari Aperta worth $7 million, a Rolls-Royce boat tail valued at $28 million, a Tesla Roadster 2.0 priced at $250, and a Porsche 918 Spyder worth $1.2 million. His primary residence in Seoul, often compared to a modern-day palace, features 7 bedrooms, a private IMAX theater, and a panoramic glass rooftop with views of the entire city. The estate also includes a climate-controlled wine cellar stocked with rare vintages worth over $1 million. A secret underground garage to store his priceless car collection, and a high-tech security system designed by a former government agency, ensuring his privacy is never compromised. But that's not all. He also owns a penthouse in New York City worth $15 million. a luxury villa in the south of France valued at $20 million, and a rumored private jet worth $50 million, allowing him to travel effortlessly between international projects. Just when things seemed too perfect. A shocking industry controversy involving Lee Minho surfaced in mid-2025. Anonymous sources leaked confidential documents revealing that a top-tier entertainment agency attempted to manipulate contracts involving Lee Minho. Some reports suggest he was offered a $100 million Hollywood deal but turned it down due to a hidden clause that would have restricted his artistic freedom for a decade. A legal battle is currently underway, with experts predicting it could become one of the biggest lawsuits in Korean entertainment history. Fans are divided, some praising his integrity, while others speculate about what really went on behind the scenes. As 2025 unfolds, one thing is certain: Lee Minho remains an unstoppable force. With wealth beyond imagination, a rumored secret wedding, and an empire that stretches far beyond acting, he is no longer just a Korean star, he is a global phenomenon. But with shocking scandals, unanswered questions about his personal life, and an industry at war behind closed doors, the biggest question remains: what's next for Lee Minho? Stay tuned, because this story is far from over. In an industry where fame and fortune often dictate decisions, turning down multi-million-dollar contracts is almost unheard of. Yet, in 2025, Lee Minho has made headlines for doing exactly that, not once, but multiple times. While fans eagerly anticipate his next big project, shocking revelations have emerged. Lee Minho has rejected a Hollywood action blockbuster and a staggering $100 million deal from a Chinese entertainment giant. Why would a global star at the peak of his career refuse such lucrative offers? Is he protecting his artistic freedom? Or is there something much bigger at play? Let's uncover the truth behind these game-changing decisions. For years, fans have dreamed of Lee Minho making his Hollywood debut. Many Korean stars, such as Ma Dong-seok, Don Lee, and Park Seo-joon, have already made the leap into global cinema. So why hasn't Lee Minho? As it turns out, he was offered a major role in a high-budget Hollywood action film, but he rejected it without hesitation. Sources reveal that the film in question was a spy thriller with a budget exceeding $250 million, featuring A-list Hollywood actors and a top-tier director. Lee Minho was set to play a Korean intelligence officer forced to work alongside an American agent in a fast-paced, globe-trotting mission. The role was described as a mix between Jason Bourne and Ethan Hunt, an opportunity that could have catapulted him into Hollywood superstardom. So why did he say no? The first reason was creative restrictions and typecasting concerns. While the project seemed exciting, insiders claim that the contract severely restricted Lee Minho's creative freedom. The studio reportedly wanted to mold his character into a secondary figure, a token Asian, supporting role rather than a fully fleshed-out lead. Some say that he refused to be just another exotic sidekick in an American film and was unwilling to compromise his legacy in K-drama for a role that lacked depth. The second reason was the demanding contract clauses. The contract included a 5-year exclusivity clause, meaning Lee Minho wouldn't be able to act in any non-Hollywood projects during that time. This would have effectively halted his K-drama career, preventing him from starring in future Korean productions that fans love him for. The idea of being locked into a long-term Hollywood deal, with limited say over his roles, was simply not worth it for the star. The third reason was a matter of respect and cultural representation. Reports suggest that the script had problematic stereotypes, portraying his character in a way that did not align with how he wanted to represent Korean actors on a global stage. Rather than risking his image for a Hollywood paycheck, he chose to maintain his artistic integrity and wait for the right opportunity, one where he would be treated as a true leading man. Perhaps even more surprising than his Hollywood rejection was his refusal to sign a jaw-dropping $100 million contract with a Chinese entertainment conglomerate. This deal would have made Lee Minho one of the highest-paid actors in Asia. Yet he walked away from it. The first reason was preserving his Korean identity. The deal required Lee Minho to move to China for at least 3 years, starring exclusively in Chinese dramas and films. while China is a massive market with millions of dedicated K-drama fans. The actor reportedly felt that this move would alienate his Korean fanbase and harm his identity as a leading figure in the Korean entertainment industry.